At the recent Financial Communications Society event in Washington that was co-sponsored by the Washington Post and by Levick, there was discussion from a number of panelists regarding the current state of the financial services market and the challenges that are facing it.
Some of the themes that came out of the Powershift, Washington, and Wall Street panel were really reminders of the importance of addressing the trust deficit that we have in our industry and the importance of having a very consistent message and not inundating our audiences with too many messages.
A portion of what affected the trust of banks was that the economy tanked and banks got blamed for much of the causes. And the reverse is true, that as the economy improves, then I think you will see an automatic rise in sort of confidence or at least support for banks.
In this age of Dodd-Frank, Occupy Wall Street, and disenchanted shareholders, it's more essential than ever that financial services companies have a very strong commitment to communicating with their stakeholders and rebuilding the credibility that was lost in the 2008 financial crisis. The election will have a major impact on financial services regulations because Governor Romney has stated that he will work to repeal Dodd-Frank, whereas President Obama is more likely to finalize the regulations of Dodd-Frank, which now stand at about 30% complete.
We don't really know what the industry is going to look like 5 years from now. Working within the financial industry, whether it's in communications or it's government affairs or you're a banker, it's a fascinating time to be able to evaluate how does the business change. And so, it makes for an exciting job.
We're doing a number of things right now to try and rebuild that trust. Number one, we're listening to customers. We're getting out of our offices and we're interfacing with them to understand where we can regain that trust. It's around this notion that we're more than bankers, we're builders of middle market companies. And finally, we're making sure that employees understand and buy into the narrative because we have to make sure that our say matches what we do in the marketplace.
We are at a point as a nation now, and you can look at any number of measures, whether it's debt, deficit, trade imbalance, securities regulation, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Half the country is at odds with the other half of the country. Whoever becomes president in November of 2012 and their assembled team are going to need to find a way to bridge that gap because investors and businesses need certainty. There was terrific energy at the Financial Communications Society panel. There were people from all walks of life who represented differing opinions in different institutions. I think what brought everybody together is a sense of shared and common purpose. We need to find a way to make investors and businesses, and government and markets work together more efficiently. The status quo cannot continue.